Here we go. Halloween is a lot of fun, isn't it? The only time of year you can dress up in outrageous costumes, pretend to be your favorite fictional character. But for some people, Halloween is almost every day in the North. They say dressing up isn't only for October. Nadine Olivier is one of these people. She and more than 20 of her friends will be decked out this weekend. In fact, she and a couple of her friends are in character this morning, and they're in our studio. Good morning, Nadine.
Good morning.
We've got Kathleen Schofield here. Good morning, Kathleen.
Good morning.
And Stephanie Smethurst. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning.
And I'll let you all describe what you're wearing. Nadine, why don't we start with you? You've got pink hair to start with.
Pink hair. I'm actually wearing a Japanese street fashion called Lolita fashion. It is not a costume, actually. I wear this almost every day, but for today I decided to spice it up by making it a little bit more themed and a little bit more outrageous.
So Lolita fashion means what?
Lolita fashion is a street fashion that started in Japan. It is basically, if I could describe to the viewers out there, it's basically there's a big cupcake shaped on my waist a little bit, but it's based on Rococo and Victorian fashion, but it has evolved.
So black, a little bit of lace.
There's actually different colors. You can go for a gothic Lolita, there's classic Lolita, and then there's sweet Lolita, which is all sweets and creamy, and that's what I am today.
With the pink hair, and then you've got some sort of hat on your head, a
My
top
friend
hat.
made me this hat. It's actually a carousel hat. You can see a little bit the horses.
Right.
And yeah, it's a merry-go-round hat, basically. My friend made it.
All right, we'll get to why you do this in just a minute, but
Yeah.
let's find out what Kathleen is wearing. A little more goth, Kathleen.
I'm actually doing a true cosplay as a character from a little bit of a lesser-known movie called Repo, the Genetic Opera. It's a gothic musical that came out a few years ago, and the character that I am playing is called Blind Mag.
You're wearing all black.
More or less. Got some glitter.
All right, a little bit of glitter.
A little bit of glitter.
All right, Stephanie, tell me about what you're wearing.
I'm actually wearing an original steampunk character.
Steampunk. These are all things I've never heard of before. What's steampunk?
Steampunk's kind of a Victorian sci-fi genre.
Victorian sci-fi.
I think the best way I've heard described was yesterday's tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. You've got goggles, like old aviator goggles around your neck.
Yeah, actually they're welding goggles.
Welding goggles, okay.
Yeah, my character's an arcane mechanic.
Okay.
So she uses magic and she fixes things.
So you've got sort of khaki slacks on,
Yeah,
a brown jacket
yeah. And I'm actually wearing a wig also. This is a wig.
with very long braids.
Yeah, it's the way I designed my character.
All right. So what is going on, Nadine? I'll let you be the spokesperson here.
All right.
What is this event taking place this weekend in Lively?
Well, maybe I should explain what cosplay is to begin with. The word cosplay came from two words actually, costume and play. And they meshed it together to make the word cosplay. Usually it defines as dressing up as an anime character, but over the years it's really gotten a lot broader, and people dress up as you see from different movies, comic books, anything you can really imagine, really. It's gotten so big.
How did you get into it?
I started going to anime conventions. You just go to your first one, and if you're ever in the Toronto area for a cosplay convention, you'll know you're in a cosplay convention because everybody is dressed up and you're going, what is this? And you will notice it. It is so bright and so a wham kind of impact, I think, and you get into it.
And the big question is why? And I'll ask you all, each of you, why you do it, starting with you, Nadine.
Well, I personally wear more the Japanese street fashion called Lolita. I actually wear it not every day, but a lot of times in set break, just because it really represents who I am. I think that's mostly why I do it.
And what do people think of you when you're...
I've gotten some negative comments. I have gotten a lot of, is this Halloween, that kind of derogatory comments. Little Bo Peep, Anna Green Gables, Alice in Wonderland are the general costume comments that I get. But I also gotten some very positive comments, so it's vice versa.
And you say this is who you are. What does that mean? Like,
I've never really thought I really fit into the mold very much, especially in high school. I was very much of an outcast, and I guess I wanted to find something that really defined me without having to talk to somebody. And I find this Japanese street fashion especially really represents who I am as a person, and I can tell somebody who I am without actually talking to
Do you
them.
have a job somewhere?
Yes, I work as a cashier at a pharmacy actually here in Sudbury.
Now, do you have to wear a uniform there?
I do have to wear a uniform, but they've obviously known that I like to dress this way, and on special occasions, like we had Mother's Day tea party, for example, I got to dress up in my street fashion and serve tea to some of the customers.
So
And
they're going there very accommodating. it
They're
sounds
very
like.
accommodating.
All right, Kathleen, your story. How did you get into this and why?
I got into cosplay, like as cosplay, when Stephanie introduced me to it about 4 years ago. But before that, I always liked to dress up. Halloween was my favorite holiday. My friends and I would dress up for movie premieres, like when the first X-Men movie came out. I painted myself blue and I went as Mystique.
Oh,
And then Stephanie introduced me to this kind of wild world of cosplay and conventions, and it just kind of exploded from there and making more and more costumes mostly for conventions.
all right. So you don't wear this every day?
No.
All right. And Stephanie, your story.
Actually, it was one of my best friends, Sam. She had gone to a convention before with her. I don't actually know how she heard about it. She went to a convention with her family and had a really great time, and then came back and said, look, we should go to this. And everybody was in costume, so we should go in costume. So I attended my first convention in costume, not knowing what to expect. I'd never sewn before. My mom helped me sew my first costume. And it was so much fun. I'm absolutely addicted.
What's so fun about it? What goes on at these events?
It's like a huge gathering of people that have common interests. It's just really fun. Everybody's all in costumes. Everybody is really supportive of each other. And there's games, there's panels on learning different things, and you get to meet special guests. It's a really, really good time.
And Nadine, what's happening in Lively this weekend?
Lively, we are having our first, that we know of in Sudbury, our first annual cosplay picnic. It's happening in Fielding Memorial Park, and you don't have to dress up if you want to come check us out, take pictures. We love cameras. We love cameras during this event. Just ask us for a picture and we'll be more than welcome to do it. And we're also having just a little picnic. Everybody brings their own lunch. And we're also having an anime gift exchange, so if anybody wants to bring a $5 to $10 gift, wrap it, and we'll do some sort of little Kris Kringle, so a little event going on in the picnic.
All right, so it's just a chance to dress up. It's not as if there's any guest speakers or anything like that?
No,
No.
it's just a small event, and it's just to get people to realize that there are cosplayers and there's geeks and nerds, just like you, living in the Great White North of Sudbury.
You call yourself geeks and nerds?
Oh yeah,
I do.
Oh, yes.
It's a term of endearment.
Why?
And well, if you think about
We
it,
took it back, yeah.
yeah. If you think about it, nerd really just means that you're smart. So I always take it as a compliment. Somebody calls me a nerd, I go, thank you.
All right, and you have fun dressing up, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a blast.
All right, well, thanks for coming in. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and I took a picture myself of these gals, and we'll put it up on our Facebook site before long, plus a link to their website, or the cosplay website. There is one called www.cosplay.com. But Nadine Oliver, in our studio, sorry Nadine, Kathleen Schofield and Stephanie Smethurst, and that big picnic taking place in Lively at Fielding Memorial Park on Saturday from 11 till 6. Anyone who's interested, check it out. Again, costumes not required, but bring your own picnic. All right, that's it. That's all.
Thank you.
Well,